Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I'm excited to be filming another video so soon after my last one, which if you haven't seen, it's in my beach bag video, so be sure to check that out, and if you like it, give it a big thumbs up. But I'm excited to be sharing with y'all what I purchased when I was in Paris and London. So I was in Paris and London about almost 2 weeks ago. So I was in Paris for 2.5 weeks and London for 4 days. So I had a really great time. I went with my school. It was just a blast, and I did a little bit of shopping. I wish I had more to show y'all, but I was honestly so preoccupied with getting gifts for my family and friends that I didn't really buy all that much for myself. We didn't go into some of the stores that I wanted to go into. I had considered getting an Hermes scarf while I was over there, just kind of because that's so Parisian and it would be a great commemorative item of my trip. But we never went in there, and so I didn't really look, and I ended up getting a couple other things that I'm excited to share with y'all, and hopefully y'all think they are fun. So I'm going to jump into it, starting with what I got in Paris since I was there before I was in London. Okay, so first, this is really odd, but this was my big purchase in Paris, and it is a copper pot. Y'all are probably like, what the heck is this girl thinking? But it is from a place called E. de Hilarion, I think is how you say it. I'll put it right here. And that is Julia Child, the famous French chef, cook, whatever you want to call her. I'm sure most of y'all know about her from Julie Julia, but that was her favorite cooking store, and my mom had talked about, oh, how cool would it be to be able to get something that you'll have forever. And so I was very practical when I was purchasing different things, because I really did want to be able to remember this trip and have items that would last a really long time. So I've already used this a couple times. This is just an 18-inch copper pot. It's great. The only thing, me being kind of like anal and OCD, is copper shows wear, and I've only used it twice, but like the bottom's already showing wear, but I guess that's a good thing because it means I've been using it, and it's great. This is my first kind of big girlish purchase, and I know I'll have this for probably forever. It is so sturdy, and I actually carried it around in my carry-on when we were flying because I was so paranoid that my luggage was going to be over the 50-pound weight limit, and I had 10 pounds going there and 10 pounds coming back. So I really could have put it in there, but it's really sturdy, and I'm glad I got it. I had so many like back and forth moments about whether or not I wanted the 16-inch or the 18-inch, and I'm really pleased that I went with the 18-inch, so I'm excited to have this. Okay, so the next things from Paris, there's like 3 of them. Not as exciting, but I frequented, and when I say frequented, I mean like went quite a few times to the best hot chocolate place ever, and I'm sure any of you who know anything about Paris or have been to Paris are like, oh, she's talking about Angelina. And if you thought that, you're right. So it's like liquid chocolate, their hot chocolate is. And we got that and some pastries from there the first time we went, and then we went back and got hot chocolate again, and so I brought some of their hot chocolate back to have here. I kind of wish I had gotten one of their mugs, but I don't really need a mug, but they're really cute. This is honestly like heated up chocolate bars. It's so rich, but it's so good, so I'm excited to give my family a little taste test of what I've been raving about and, you know, save the extra for myself. But it's so good. If you're ever in Paris, you need to go, even if it's the summer like it was for me. It's worth it. And then also while we were there, they have the cutest little gift shop. I was just obsessed with their decor and everything. But they have this cute little tin, and it still has chocolate in it because I've only had a couple of them. And I don't even remember what type of chocolate. I think it's some hazelnut thing, but it's really great. I just thought the tin was so cute, and I don't know what I'll use it for once I'm finished with the chocolate, but I'm sure I'll find some sort of use, and I love like old tins. You can put baked treats, you could put them in your bathroom. I just kind of wanted this, and it wasn't very expensive. So it was a great way that once the hot chocolate's gone, I still have a little piece of Angelina with me. And then lastly from Paris, I really wanted to come back with a cool piece of art. I wasn't planning on spending a lot of money on it. I just knew that there were a lot of artists there, and I was shocked when I got there that I didn't really see that many artists other than on the Seine. And so towards our last day, I was kind of bummed I hadn't gotten a piece of art. There were so many tourist shops, and everyone was like, oh, you can just go there. And I was like, no, you don't get it. I like want to talk to the painter and like have a conversation with them and then bring back a piece of their art. I just had this thing in my head, and I did end up finding one that I really liked. I'm doing a blue and white bedroom next year in my apartment, and so I wanted to make sure whatever I got could be used there. And so it is just this I think it's acrylic or oil paint, I don't really know, I'm not an artist, blue and white scene of the Seine and the Eiffel Tower. And I just thought it was really pretty. It's small and my mom and I are going to get it framed so that I can have it hung up. But we went on a riverboat cruise along the Seine our last night, and I just thought that was really fun to bring back, and so I'm very pleased with this, and I think it was €12, so it really wasn't very expensive, and hopefully I'll have that forever too. So now moving on to London. We were only there 4 days, so I really didn't get to see very much of London. Oh, and if you want like a trip recap, I already had that on the blog, so be sure to check that out. I'll link it below. But anyway, we didn't really get to do all that much in London. I did have tea one day, which was really cool, and I kind of wish I had gotten something from that tea house because it was called Sketch, and it's seriously the cutest tea room ever. You have to make reservations, but it's an all pink tea gallery thing. It's awesome. But that day we went shopping, and we went to Liberty of London, which, if y'all remember a while back, Liberty of London and Target did a big collaboration, kind of like they did with Lily. And I had a dress and a shirt from there, and I still wear that, and I think that was when I was in 8th grade. Actually, I know it was when I was in 8th grade. So that was a long time ago, and this clothes still fit somehow. But we went in there, and I didn't realize that they had other stuff. It's actually a department store, so it's not just all the floral prints that you kind of associate with the brand, but it was really cool, and it was in an old Tudor style building. And I ended up I got a lot of gifts there for other people, but I also got myself something because I was like, okay, this is my problem. I always go in looking for gifts, I get the gifts, and I never get myself anything. So I had really wanted before the trip a cute passport case, and so I finally got one. It's just this leather inside, floral printed passport holder. I took my passport out just for the sake of this, and my mom, being the not anal, but semi-anal person that she was with traveling, she put tinfoil in it to make sure that I couldn't get it like swiped. I don't know if that's really a thing. They have RIFD protecting passport holders, so she thought aluminum foil would do the trick on this one, but I'm really pleased with it. It was super cute, and I really liked the print, so I purchased that. And then I also purchased, same print, liked it a lot, a set of postcards, and I got one for me, and I got one to send my little at camp so that she can write me back and forth, and they're just really cute. They have all different fabrics, let's see, like they're just postcards with all different backgrounds or foregrounds. I don't really know what it's called, but they're cute, and they weren't very expensive, and I thought that was a good gift to give. And then I also got her something in Paris, but I don't have that with me. And then lastly, they also had other stationery, and there was a really cute paper store that we went into, but we passed one earlier. It's called Scribbler, and I really wanted to go in the one that we saw in a tube station because they had stuff in the window that the other one didn't. And so I ended up just getting these. They're 2 little letterpress cards, and this one just says hello with a phone booth, and this one just has a double-decker bus. So I just got those. I may frame them or something, I'm not really sure, but they'd also be cute to send in the mail. And then lastly, kind of my other biggish purchase, I received a Barbour jacket. It wasn't this past Christmas, was it? No, 2 years ago for Christmas for my grandparents, and Barbour was started in England, so I knew I wanted to go into the store to just at least look, and I ended up getting the liner for my jacket. So I already put it in my jacket, but this is just the style I have. It's the Barbour bead now, and I think mine's, I can never remember if it's olive or sage. Forgive me. But you can't really see it because I already zipped it in, but they have these nice fleece liners to make them even warmer, and they can zip in and zip out, so I just went ahead and put mine in there, and I'm really pleased because it'll make my jacket super warm in the winter, and it's just kind of a practical thing to have, and I've been wanting the liner, so I used a little bit of my money there. And even though the pound is, I guess it's technically stronger, I don't know, the US dollar is worth less over there. Even with configuring that currency exchange, it was going to be cheaper to just get it over there than if I ordered it online, so I went ahead and got it, and I'm really pleased. Fortunately, they had this exact jacket in the store in my size, so I could zip it in and make sure it fit how I wanted, and I really liked it, so I'm very excited to have that, and I know I will enjoy that in the winter when it's especially cold outside. But sadly that's all I got in Paris and London. I know that's kind of boring. We went to a lot of shops and I ended up eating a lot of my money, as I feel like most people do when they travel. I calculated it and I'm so embarrassed because I think I ate a real like 30 something macaroons, and we all did. Granted, we were there for 2.5 weeks, but that's still a lot of sweets. So I'm trying to cut back on that a bit, but I don't regret it one bit. I wish I had them here now to eat and like share with my family, but I don't have self-control and I really like sweets, so that wasn't gonna happen. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you have any video requests, leave them down below and I'll try to get to them. But I will talk to y'all later. Bye!